Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Trending Thursday. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. One more day to the weekend. The Fed came through. I think the Fed did a little bit more than what most people anticipated. If you can hear me loud and clear, by all means, please respond with VV Nation to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. So, Ryan and I were live yesterday in regards to the Fed announcement, the Q&A, all that stuff. And I think most people were ready for a 25 basis point. He gave 50. My statement was, I think that if he gave 50 or higher, that it was going to shout out that it was going to be panic for the market. The market seems to be taking it on the chin, like saying, yo, we got this. Yesterday's activity was really, wow. Joy, thank you, Joy. I love what Joey did with that. Thank you. So now if you want to see me keep doing this over and over on the graphic, every time we get a super chat, that's what'll come up. Put a W in the room. All right, put a W in the room for win. Put a W in the room for win. Thank you very much, Joy, for you. And Joy, give me a stock. Give me a stock, Joy, so that I can write it down to make sure I pull that up for you. All right, but man, thank you. Starting off the day already. Starting off the day with a win. Gotta love that. Thank you so much for that. Gotta love that. All right. So getting back to what the market did, the move, the 50 basis cut did great for the market. The market's loving it so far. As a matter of fact, let's go look and see what's going on. All of the major indices are up bigly. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. All of the major indices are up bigly. Only two of them are only up 1%. Or they're all pushing 2%. 3 green lights in the color guard pricing column. When we got off yesterday, Amir asked what to do, and I said just follow the VectorVest system. Then after I said that, I got to prepare just in case. I put out a short saying that let's wait for today before you do anything. You remember that? I did put out a short right after Ryan and I were live. And today is giving us the confirmation. So talking about the confirmation, I'm going to get into the software. Where's my mouse? I'm going to get right into the software. We're going to look at the VectorVest composite. This is what we use for tracking the overall market. All right. So yesterday, there's the volatile day. After the announcement came out, we went above this level of resistance of $69.55. As the day progressed, we came back into this level that we've had a hard time breaking out of. Look at that. 4 touches on that level of resistance. 4 touches. We broke through twice before today. Broke through here, came back in. Broke through here yesterday after the announcement, came back in. Big wick yesterday, shooting star pattern with no follow through. Look at the market today. Nice open candle as we gapped up. No wick at the top, which means we're trading at session highs. All right, Pneumatic says, I sold Palantir. You know something? I'm going to look at Palantir today. It's one of the stocks on my list. One of the stocks that made the news that's on my list. I am not mad at you for selling Palantir. I still own Palantir. I'm still in it. All right? I'm still in it. But I'm not mad that you might be getting out, that you got out of Palantir. I'm going to write down Palantir. I'm going to write down Lunar. And I'm going to write down Sterling is another stock that's in my list. HAMF, HAMF. I'm not looking for your stocks yet. Don't put any more in there. All right? Don't put any more stocks in here. Glenn, did you hear Powell say unemployment is higher because of all the people coming into the country? Wow, that was something. Whew. So, and you know something? I can't discount that. I can't discount that. But one of the things, and let me know if I'm misspeaking. One of the things that Powell said yesterday is that the economy and the job market were good. Did I mishear that? If that's what you heard yesterday, type a 1 in the room. If I misheard that or you did not hear that, type a 2 in the room. All right? I heard that. And I want to make sure that you guys heard that, or am I misspeaking? All right, another 75 basis point cut this year. I've been saying this for a long time. I got a story. I saw a story that said that this may be the only cut this year. Listen, my head is swilling with all of the news that's out there. My head is swilling with I didn't think we were going to get a cut this year. It's here. All right. So I'm just a guy. I will tell you that. Norman said he said the economy was strong. With that being said, Norman, all right, and I want everybody to see that. With that being said, does it make sense? All right, make this make sense to me. If the economy is strong, why do a 50 basis cut? Can someone make that make sense to me? All right, listen. As I mentioned, I only report what I can see. The economy is not strong because if it was strong, he wouldn't have never cut rates, says JD. Now, this tells me, does the Fed know something that we don't know? Think about that. Cuts are for a weakening economy. Absolutely seeking. And this is why I say, if the economy is good, then why cut the 50 basis point? Preston says the cut was to stave off the rise in unemployment. Do you know, I've done the research, the average unemployment rate is sitting at like 5.5, 5.8%. We're not there. We're not there. All right. So and one of my really cool people that are here that I really respect in the room made mention, not mention any names, made mention that my sort of kind of Debbie Downer approach to the market, it was wearing them out. And you know something? My job is not to be biased in any direction. Remember when I ask about the things about the rate cut, everything that I ask, everything that I talk about, I can back it up. I don't think that we needed a 50 basis cut. I didn't even think we needed a 25 basis cut. But always understand that I am just a guy. I'm a guy that does a lot of research to try to put things into perspective for you guys. So, I mean, I'm a big believer, all right? So I'm a big believer of just trying to get you the best information that I can. That's all. And again, it came from a person that I respected from the chat, and I just wanted to address that. All right. No, you're not. No, you're not, Jeff. You're fine. I just wanted to put that out there. All right. With all of that being said, this is where we stand. The cut evidently moved the market to the upside. No wick at the top. I see a lot of people putting in that. Jerry says the Fed should have never cut the rates. We will be looking at hyperinflation within the next year. And listen, I'm not taking that any further than this. A lot of people talk about it's election, it's political. All I want to do is just put you guys on the right side of the market. That's all I want to do. That's all I ever want to do is get you guys on the right side of the market the best way that I can. And Ryan is the same way. All right, let's talk about the news. Let's talk about what's in the news. All right, and I got a lot of news, so I'm going to get through it quickly because I got a lot of fish to give you. So I want to get through the news. So U.S. stocks climbed sharply on post-Fed cut cheer. I think that the Fed may have given the market or the economy a gift. It should have been a 25 basis point cut. Akshaya thinks there's a 75 basis point cut coming. I did see an article that said he cut as much as he did because he was hoping that this might have been the only cut. Again, that's just news. All right, that's just news. Glenn, if inflation drops, a cut will bring rates more in line. Okay. Again, my whole idea is I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. I don't want to be always down on the market. I just call it like I see it. And I just want you guys to be prepared. Weekly applications for U.S. jobless benefits fall to the lowest level in 4 months. Less people looking for jobs. Does that mean that more people are employed? And if more people are employed, is the job market as bad as what warrants a cut? Just saying. All right. This is an interesting story. Top 5 stocks to buy for the first rate cut. The 5 stocks in here, instead of going through the whole article, the 5 stocks, and we're going to look at it, it's in my list today. Zeta, Z-E-T-A, AppLovin, A-P-P, MH Homes, M-H-O, GRBK, Green Brick, which is a builder, and WF, which is South Korea's largest financial services company. Those are the 5 stocks that are in this story. They're in my list. We will take a look. Ask your parents or grandpa, did prices ever go down? And what you will realize is is that we as a new generation are paying 3 to 4 times the price. Well, that makes sense, because the prices of homes back when my grandpa and grandma bought was a whole lot different than now. You know, as we progress in time, prices go up and we stay with those prices. The problem is, what's the inflation story here? The inflation story here is inflation is cooling, but prices haven't gone down. The rate of change of inflation has dropped, but inflation is still high. It's at that 2.6, closer to 2, blah, 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 however you want to call it. What's going to get us out of that is going to be the increases in wages to keep up with the inflation that we now have. Seth is right. Prices will never go back down. So now what's going to help us to continue on in life is definitely going to be wage increase in order to keep up with inflation. By the way, here are the 5 companies on the side: AppLovin, GRBK, MHO, WF, and Zeta. There they are, Joy 4. Here are the symbols. Here are the symbols right on the side. Joey, take me off the screen for a second. Can you do that? Just for a second so they can see. There it is. There they are. Sorry for the coughing. App, GRBK, MHO, WF, and Zeta. These are the 5 stocks. Wow-wee. These are the 5 stocks in the story. All right, Joey, you can put me back on. MI Homes was a recommendation in Ryan's presentation last night. Builders are rocking. What are your thoughts on Bitcoin? Guess what? That's one of my stories. And I am on board today. I picked up some iBit, and I'm going to show you why. Another story, Tupperware filed Chapter 11. They're in bankruptcy. Man, all I want to know now is, how's my food going to stay fresh and clean? So fresh and so clean. All right, so big story there in regards to Tupperware. Also, Stellantis made the news. The United Auto Workers Union plans to vote on whether to strike against Stellantis, all right, after alleging the automaker has failed to live up to its 2023 labor contract commitments. So that Stellantis story leads me into another Stellantis story. Stellantis launches global commercial vehicles hub in Italy. They're building up, and now they're going to be solid as a rock. They will be. How many of you caught that reference? Just type a 1. If you know, you know. How many of you caught that reference? As a very young fella, large chocolate bars were 5 cents, and then the stores doubled in price to 10 cents. I was outraged as a young fella. Well, you know something? It is what it is. You could be a young fella, you could be wow, a lot of y'all caught that. I didn't think so. You know something? I underestimate this group. I really, really do. I underestimate this group. So, sorry for that. Let's go on to the next story. Taiwan Semi, look at this, begins production of the Apple A16 smartphone chips at the Arizona facility. That's huge. All right, but there's a problem with Huawei coming out with their phone, their trifold, before Apple released on their session. It's going to be interesting if the phone orders are going to be up or not. But TSM manufactures Apple's A16 chip in the Arizona fab using its 5 nanometer N4 technology. That would come through ASML. My kid works for ASML in Arizona. So it's going to be very interesting. They're ramping up. Next after that, Palantir. Woo-wee. How many happy Palantir people out there? Type a P in the room. How many happy Palantir people out there in the room? I'm typing a great big old P. Man, am I happy. Well, you know why Palantir made the news? Palantir was awarded a new $99.8 million contract by the United States Army. I'm telling you, they get contract after contract, and I understand that this is not a fundamentally sound stock. I understand that, but I've been on this Palantir kick a long time, and I've been putting you on this train a long time. And listen, I understand it's not fundamentally sound. It ain't there. But the company keeps getting contract after contract after contract. It's going to turn into money. All right, next story. Now, question came up about crypto stocks. Crypto stocks rally after the Fed cut. All right, it's on the move. Coinbase. This is an interesting story. Coinbase is the new payment king. Coinbase, the integration of crypto payments with AI robots presents a futuristic growth value. All right? This is on Coinbase, highlighting Coinbase innovative product development. Despite sound fundamentals and product innovation, Coinbase's high valuation and income statement volatility pose a substantial risk for investors. You know how I feel about crypto. But this is what makes it good for me. I saw that, Bill. I saw that, and I saw that on Twitter, and I had to respond. And I was like, you guys realize that Cramer gets paid to do what he does, right? I'm just thinking. SMCX, new leverage. I'm going to take a look at that. SMCX. All right. So again, you know how I feel about crypto, but this is what caught my attention. I went to CoinMarketCap because you know we don't track crypto coin in the software. All right. So I went to CoinMarketCap. I brought up TradingView. Look at this. Oh, man, it took off my graph. What? Beautiful level of support. All right, from here to here. And then I noticed the downtrend from here. Actually, I didn't want that one. I wanted this one. I looked at the downtrend over the same period of time from the level of support, and this is what caught my attention. Bouncing off support twice, double bottom, breaking through the downtrend. I picked up iBit. All right, I picked up iBit. What is my X handle? Look at my name, Glenn Tompkins Jr., I think. Glenn with two N's, Tompkins without an H. Glenn Tompkins Jr., I believe that's what it is. Check it out. But I put a lot of stuff on my Twitter account, but I also read a lot of Twitter as well. This graph right here. Joey, I'm hooking you up. You need to go take a look at iBit. Are you listening, Joey? I'm trying to help a brother out. iBit. Another one, if you want to get dividends on it, BITO, B-I-T-O. All right. John says, Glenn, you've been on Palantir since $8. Was it that long? Wow. Wow. Where's my boy JD? I know JD and I talk a lot on Twitter. We do talk a lot on Twitter. There you go. BITO pays monthly. Yeah. Those are my two that I would be looking at if I'm looking at getting into Bitcoin and VectorVest. All right, to be able to track it would be BITO or IBIT. I did pick up some IBIT today. And the last story comes from our very own website, www.vectorvest.com. A story we put out yesterday, I believe, in regards to NVIDIA, maximizing long-term gains with NVIDIA. What every investor should know. This is in our blog. All right, you can go over to where it says articles. All right, and we have blogs about right here, stock market news. We try to put out stocks every single day. 5 things that I liked, or a few things I liked about this. Focus on the long-term trends, not the short-term noise. I think on a stock like NVIDIA, you need to turn away from the short-term noise. Number 2, reinvest the dividends for compounded growth. NVIDIA, I still think is a great play. I'm still in NVDL. I told you when I sold half of it off, I'm still in it. I bet X is 2-time leverage coin. Thank you, Alex. And it pays monthly. Ooh, BITX. BITX. Thank you for that, Alex. I appreciate that. Number 3, Leverage NVIDIA's AI growth with sector diversification with stocks like AMD, TSM, and Microsoft. Number 4, use market timing to optimize your purchases. Make sure you're buying at the right time. Remember, 80% of the stocks move with the direction of the market. So market timing, and you get market timing right with VectorVest. I love the stories that we put out from our website. Always remember, Joey, type it in the chat for me. Go to www.vectorvest.com. That is our main website. This is what it looks like. Go over to where it says articles, go down to stock market news, click on it, and we've always got all kinds. Look at that. So since I was looking at it, today the 19th, is it time to cut ties on Boeing stock as the strike and furloughs progress? 3 reasons to sell Boeing. Folks, even if you're not a subscriber, especially if you're not a subscriber to the software, you want to keep on top of some of the top stuff that's going on in the market. Look at this. Every day we try to put at least one story in here. You guys need to check it out. Go visit the site, www.vectorvest.com. Simple, right? Joey didn't put it in there, so I'm going to put it in here. www.vectorvest.com. That's for the benefit of the people who are not subscribers to the VectorVest software. We talk to a lot of new eyeballs in these live streams. That link is for you. And maybe at some point in time, you might want to click right here where it says 30-day trial. If you click on that, you can get 30 days of the VectorVest software for $9.95. Notice that it's all right here as well. I'm going to close that out. So go read the stories. Go take a look at, we give VectorVest analysis on these stocks. And we show you how to use the VectorVest software. And if you really like it and you want to take advantage of a trial, right here on the same page, you can take a 30-day trial. All right, that's all the news. Let's get back into the software. Keep on top of it, guys, please. What are you saying, Neil? What did Neil say? Wow, Alex, thanks to you. There you go. Okay, so what is your sell point for Palantir? Let's start there. All right, I own Palantir. And what is my sell point? Notice I've got a level of support on Palantir right now. The little gap right here, sitting at about $35.68. I like that. That's a good level of support right here. We're nicely off of that level of support right here. I think that's a good level of taking half off the table. Nice run up. You know, another way I can look at this, trade the trend line. Trade the trend line. All right. Trend line, actually, if that was the case, I'd been out of it yesterday. Somebody told me they sold their Palantir yesterday. You know something? I told you I wasn't mad at you. I told you I wasn't mad at you. You know why? Almost a hammer formation right there with some follow-through. I'm not mad if you took that off the table. I'd like to give it a little bit more room to this level of 35.68. Who asked me that question? G Money, does that make sense? All right, Joy for you. That's going to be your stock for you today, HANF. I already wrote it down, but I'm going to go look at, I'm going to go look at it right now. I'm going to go look at that right now. You should do the 90-day for $19.99. San Fran, listen, I got no skin in that game. I don't even want to give you my opinion on the $9.99 price. All right, I don't even want to give you my opinion on the $9.95 price. So G Money, does that make sense? Follow the trend. If you follow the trend line, it closed. Actually, it closed. Look at it's an open candle. It still is right there. I like the level of either using the trend line or using my level of support. I think that's a great question. Now, Joy 4 gave us a super chat. I'm going to put your stock in there, HAMF. Ooh, is that a good Joy 4? HAMF. I ain't got it. HAMF. We don't track it. Joey, can you put that in the chat? Put that into our chat for me to get that added to the software. Joy for you. I need another stock. I have some stocks. Check them. MediaTek, AFA, InnoData, Hamza. I'm going to give you guys an opportunity. I'm not going to look at all of those stocks. I want to give everybody an opportunity to put some stocks in. So pick one, Hamza. Pick one, and we'll look at it.
Which one did you want in the chat?
HAMF. Doesn't look like we got it. All right. It doesn't look like we got it, so I want to take a look at possibly get it. Rolls-Royce is a stock that I'm in right now too on a different portfolio. There was a reason why I won it. I forget what it was, but I am in that in a different portfolio, D-looters. First Solar may be interesting on clean energy. I know that Akshay has been asking me about clean energy. I might be getting on board with it. Not sure yet. Again, please, folks, don't put stocks in yet. I don't want you to put them in yet. I'm going to give you an opportunity, Cindy. I'm going to give you an opportunity. You want NO data? All right. You guys, nobody's listening. All right. So now from this point on, I'm ignoring the stocks that you put in until I ask for them. All right, until I ask for them. I just need that to be known. I'm not being disrespectful. All right, let's go to the viewers tab. Markets, all of the markets are up nicely today. The VIX is down. So interesting, the market's moving up. People are becoming less fearful. Okay, so the market is spoken. We're at 17. We're not at 20. When we get to the price level of 20, then the VIX is high and people are fearful. Right now, today, we're less fearful, but we're not far from that 20. All right, we're not far from that 20. Neil, as I just made mention, I'm not gonna look at your stock right now. AI stocks. Now, with the move on the market, I got 74 AI stocks, hot stocks, right? Out of the 74, I want to show you how many of them are moving up. I'm going to click it again. Look at that. Mobley is up 17%. But we got 74 stocks, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what does that give me for 67? 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 67 out of the 74 stocks are moving up. That tells you something, right? That as the market's moving up, tech stocks are moving. These are all AI stocks and ETFs. What's big mover today? Mobley, MicroStrategy, Wolf, CRM, Spotify, NVIDIA is up 5%. You want NO data? How about that? It's in the list. It's up 4.51%. Let me auto fit this. It's up 4.51%. Did this do something wrong? Symbol. It's not giving me the company name. Interesting. All right, I don't know how that's different this time, Joey. I don't know how that happened. All right, but NO data, you want to take a look at it, we'll do it real quick, so that way I can take it off my list. NO data over the last end of day, goodness gracious. This stock is all over the place. Now, there is one side that I do like. It's at a level of support. How'd that happen? It's at a level of support. Am I thinking about taking it after all of this up and down? Nah, not until the stock can break out of its own way. Not until the stock can get up to a level of at least $16. Does that make sense? I'm not, the two columns, hey, I saw that, Mark. I didn't know why that was. Is that your watch list? This list of stocks that I'm looking at is the AI stock. Yeah, that's my watch list of AI stocks. Oh, no, that's the VectorVest watch list of AI stocks and ETFs. I just put it into the format that we can use here. All right. NO data, way volatile overall, trending down. I need the stock to break above that level of resistance. Hanfia, HANF. No, I ain't got it. I don't have it. So yeah, Joey put that. I'm gonna see Joy for if we can get that put into the database because it doesn't look like I have it. All right. What else do I have for you today? Let me close out of that. So interesting in how many of the stocks, as the market's turning up, tech stocks are moving. Big news stocks, these are the stocks that made the news. All right, I want to start off with the 5 stocks. That story said the 5 stocks to keep your eyes on after first rate cut. GRBK, MHO, AppLovin, WF. I didn't put WF in there. What am I missing? GRBK and Zeta. All right. So these are I didn't put WF in here. I wasn't sure what that company was. I know it's South Korea's largest financial services company. But here they are. Let's go look at the graphs of the MHO, App, Zeta, right click, view the stock graph. Let's go see what they look like. So this story said these are 5 great stocks to buy after the first rate cut. Interesting, GRBK, new 3-month high, big wick at the bottom, a lot of buying pressure. The 3 and the 8 are crossover strong signal, as well as it is. It's a great signal. I like using the fast lane. Notice that I haven't even been using the fast lane lately by way of the star search. MHO was in a wedge. Hammer formation, bam. Make sure you watch tomorrow's 6 p.m. video. It's going to be all about candlesticks. But there's a hammer. Love that. There's a hammer. Follow through. Run. And broke out of the level of the wedge. All right, so that's number 2 in the list. Number App Lovin'. New 3-month high. Woo-wee. All right, new 3-month high. Like that. RT looks good. Earnings per share. Like the earnings per share as well. App Lovin' may not be a bad play, and the same thing, Zeta. Look at that move. Evidently, I must have looked at it before because I have a trend line on here. New 3-month high as well. So 3 out of the 4 stocks I like a lot coming right after the first rate cut. Very interesting. All right, very, very interesting. How often do stocks get added to the database? As often as needed. If there's a stock that you guys are looking for, like Joy for You is looking for, we'll get it added. All right, we'll get it added, and we'll probably get it added in the next couple of days or so. All right, we'll get it added in the next couple of days or so. All right, next one, safe undervalued stocks that are rising. I want to show you something. When I was looking at the tech stocks, I'm going to show you a portfolio. Mag 7 stocks today, every single one of them is up today. Look at that. Every single one of them is up. Mag 7 stocks for 2024 is up 40%. But look at that equity curve on the portfolio. All right. So now my next story is on my next watch list is about safe undervalued stocks that are rising in price. I want to show you every Monday I give you my 5 top picks for both U.S. and Canada. Let me go find that. Midday, multi-bagger, what is it? Top 5 weekly picks. This watch list or this portfolio of stocks is always looking at safe undervalued stocks that are rising in price in a rising market. 6.34%. After I took this big hit, I wasn't paying attention to the portfolio, but these are stocks that I give every Monday. The last time was on 8/12. I still own all 3 of the stocks that were gotten on that date. Every stock in this portfolio is making money. Every stock. And so if you want to get these nice, good, long-term stocks that pay attention to the mantra of the VectorVest software, buying safe, undervalued stocks rising in price in a rising market, make sure you tune in on Mondays for the 6 p.m. video. But I also want to keep my eye on how it's doing. All right. So I've given you 5 stocks that meet the criteria. Safe, undervalued stocks, rising in price, and currently we have a rising market. Look at these earnings growth rates. I give you a new set of stocks every Monday evening at 6 p.m. Every Monday. Right? Palantir has not been endorsed by knowledgeable people. It will be replaced by better technology. Listen, Palantir is giving a lot of people an opportunity to make a lot of money, and they continue to get contracts globally, not just in the United States. Countries all around the world are seeking out Palantir. So I'm just putting that out there, Pneumatic. Glenn, when is the web-based software up? And I got stuff to tell you, but I can't all the way tell you. We're getting closer and closer to getting that out. That's all I can tell you right now. What's up, Nectarios? Yasoo! What's up, Nectarios? Bought IESE this morning. Again, top stocks that are safe, undervalued, rising in price. For those swing traders looking at the MPI, I've got some stocks for you looking at the MPI enhanced. All of these stocks are up today. Fundamentally sound stocks. I'm giving you a lot of fish today, people. Modine, IBP, KKR, SPXC, Piper. All up today, but fundamentally sound stocks with great double-digit earnings growth. That's for my swing traders using the MPI. Swing traders using the star search, looking for stocks in the fast lane. All right. TSM, Taiwan Semi, Intuit, CDNS, that's a shipping company, GOGL and GLNG, all up today. Fundamentally, folks, I am doing the best job that I can to give you some solid fish to get on board with. All right, so these have relative safeties below 1, but relative values above 1. I consider these to be more aggressive plays, but they do have double-digit earnings growth. Talking about the 3/8, someone was talking about the 3/8 exponential moving averages. I got a search I created for it. I got 3 stocks in here. Notice that one of them is a sell, but if the market is starting to move up, this is a stock that is undervalued. It's cheap. It's undervalued, relative value above 1. Earnings growth at 26%, sell recommendation, up 6% today. I want you to keep your eyes on these 3. These are lower dollar stocks that have 3/8 crossovers. I do love that indicator. I've got 3 go-to graphs. I look at the Star Search, I look at the MPI, and I look at the 3 and the 8. I've got 3 solid graphs, depending on what I want to do, what I'm looking for when I'm getting into a stock at the particular time. I've got 3 setups. CRS should benefit from lower interest. It's going to growth stocks. Anything that's a growth stock right now will benefit from lower interest rates. It's going to be. All right. Now, super aggressive for those people who are traders. I've got super aggressive based on price. Big moves in price. I would have to look at graphs on these, but all I want you to do is, these are big moves. Keep your eyes on these stocks. Mobley, nicely big up today. All right, keep your eyes on these. Do your homework. By the way, do your homework. This is strictly based off of price moves, where this list, speculative, is based not only off of price moves, but big volume moves. Somebody said about Lunar. There it is. Whoop. There it is. Now, not only is Luna up 23%, it's the volume behind it moving up. That's the difference between these 2 speculative lists. Speculative volume is price movement nicely up, but the volume is there to back it up. Let's go over to average. Look at that, Luna. Look at that. A big move in volume. Huge. I don't know what the news is on. I think they got a contract with NASA. Let's go. I think they got some kind of contract with NASA. Soars on new NASA contract. That was 22 hours ago. That's why Luna is moving. That's why LUNR is moving. They got a contract with NASA. So, man, that was yesterday up, and it's still up more today. All I'm telling you, well, I'm not going to tell you. Let's go look at it. Let's talk about it. Nice move on news. Wow. Holy Sugarfoot. Holy smokes. We just got a $100 super chat. Put all W's in the room. Holy smokes, Amir. Wow. That's, is that now the biggest one we've had, Joey? $100 super chat is Holy smokes. Wow. Thank you for that, Amir. You want to look at SMCI? We got it right here. SMCI. Woo-wee. All right. Looking at a 3-month graph. Again, I want to like this stock. Long-term earnings per share is rising. Gotta love that. Bouncing off support, but moving sideways. 6-month graph. Amir, man, oh man, I got nobody. I got nothing here. There's a trend line. We broke above it, but moving sideways. All right, so stop it, Tabula. It's not $100. What is a super chat? Roy says, what is a super chat? A super chat is your ability to just go above and beyond as saying thank you to the channel. You give any amount of money you want. It is not a necessity. I don't want anybody here that thinks that you have to do it. because you don't. I'm going to look at your stocks anyway. But anytime I get a super chat, no matter what it is, no matter how much it is, I always go and look at your stock right then and there. All right, so I put that up there. SMCI may be consolidating, is starting to get buy recommendations with pros target of 60s. All right, consolidation. You know what I need? Tell you what I need. I got a little channel going on right here. I need to break above 464.07. We're at 441. I need to break above 464.07. Amir, two things will happen. One, it'll break through this level of resistance, and two, it'll break through this downtrend. If you want an early entry in, that's what I'm looking for. It's got to go 464.07 before I pull the trigger. All right? It's in that channel. And then once that happens, then I'm going to be looking to see if it can fill this gap. And then I'm going to be looking to see if it can take out this level of resistance. So it's got a lot of work to do. And, you know, the problem is with SMCI, with the Hindenburg report, they gotta be accountable for that, whether it's true or false. That's what I think is hurting them. RT is below 1. Look at that, way below 1. Earnings, the company has made money, so rising earnings, that's going to be there. They've got to be held accountable for it. So I just put that in there. All right, how do you, so I'm going to show you something. This is the screen, right? This is how I read all of the chat. See right here where it says $? If you click on that, you can give a super chat. All right, you can give a super chat. All right, again, it is not a necessity. It is not a necessity. All right, I'm putting that out there. So, Amir, if you're going to think about getting into SMCI, I think it's going to have an opportunity to grow with the industry. But those are the couple of things that I'm looking for before I go put money into it. Does that make sense to everybody in the room? Because a lot of people have asked the same question about SMCI. Does that make sense to you guys? Long term, I love the rising earnings. And I want to love the stock. I just can't. Let the trade come to you. I've given you 2 points. Breaking above that level of the downtrend, number one, and breaking above this level of resistance. All right, so that's all. All right. $100 super chat. Man, Joey, that's ooh-wee. All right. What else is in this list? TQQQ, the bullish side of the Qs. I'm still in Tesla. Nice move today. I'm in TSLL. NEO, another EV company on the rise today, and SOXL. And this is in speculative moves of big price movement, but big volume. Is the value of SMI above SMCI? What was the value? I'm just going to put this in here real quick so I can look at it. I think it fell so much that it's undervalued. It is way undervalued now, but that's deep pullback in price. That's why. Can you graph all of these? Yeah, I can graph them all real quick. Let's do that. What time is it? 2:43. There's NVIDIA. I'm in NVDL. I like the pullback here, finding an intra level of support. Nice up day. Very little wick at the top. Watch RT. RT is now right at above 1. I'm feeling this coming off that level of support. Next one, Lunar. I know this is news driven, but nice open candle. Wick at the top, wick at the bottom. But man, that's a feel good story. And do you still have opportunity to get in? If you get in, I'm going to give you a hard stop. If you get into it, hard stop is at 745. Hard stop at 745. All right? Because the news will be off the table and it'll fall. Hard stop at 745. All right, next one, SMCI, we just talked about. TQQQ, nice running up. All right, I'd like to see it take out this level of resistance. We're not far from it. Big move in the market today. TQQQ should be moving higher. TSLL, Tesla, I'm in this TSLL, and I've stayed in it this whole time of this uptrend. I didn't let none of the news, I've been in it ever since I've played this uptrend. That's an ascending triangle. That's an ascending. That's bullish. That's an ascending triangle. RT just went above 1. Nice open candle, very little wick at the top. Next one. Same thing with Tesla. Uptrend. Look at that. Had a level of a wedge, broke out, breaking through resistance. Big open candle. RT is above 1. I don't like the earnings, but I know why the earnings are going down. I know why earnings are going down. It's because they had all this long, protracted fight with China and car prices. NEO, not nearly as bullish on NEO. Look at that. Again, make sure you watch tomorrow's night video. Shooting star pattern, follow through. Inverted hammer, follow through. Not an inverted hammer, shooting star, follow through. And now we're still in the inside candle, but that's a bullish harami. Next one, SOX L, market's moving higher. Tech stocks on the move. Tech stocks on the move. I like the move. It broke through this level, this interim level of resistance and move on. SOX L, as long as the tech stocks keep going up, it's going to be good. All right. We looked at a little bit of portfolios. I didn't do anything here. Let's go look at customer picks. We empty out the list. How many likes do we have? 70. I'm still going to give you 10 stocks. All right. Now you can put your stocks in. Palantir. Lunar, we've already looked at. HANF, I don't have. SMCX, PGR, InnoData, we already looked at. Luna, we already looked at. All right. Now, how many stocks do I have in there? 3. I need 7 more stocks. Glenn, please check once when you have a chance. Joy4, we looked. I don't have that stock in the database, but I'm going to get it put in. I did check. We're going to get it put in. I don't have it. Doesn't look like I have it. All right. Let's go to GoDaddy, GDDY. I'm going through the list now. NVDL, you have been right. I'm not always right, Amir. Thank you for that, though. LASE, BETE. You got Betty Davis eyes. I like that. Dennis put in Betty. All right, how many stocks is that? 9. I need 1 more. Next one is UEC. All right, I went straight down the list. What time is it? Depends. If I can finish early, I might look at more. All right, the stocks at the top of the list have the best combination of value, safety, and timing. Only 3 stocks out of the 10 have VSTs below 1. All right, if you own these stocks, just keep that in mind. These are 3 stocks that have RTs below, VSTs below 1. SMCX, I'm very interested in this. This is a leverage on SMCI, right? It's got an RT above 1. Palantir is up 1% today. Caterpillar. All right, let's go graph all of these. Now I'm going to put these onto a star search. All right, I'm on a 3-month graph. Let's go see if any of these stocks are worth it. Put it on star search. For those of you who are not subscribers to the software, you will not have this layout. But this layout helps us for the purposes of seeing if a stock is in a fast lane or not. 2 Bollinger Bands. One is a 1 standard deviation. One is a 3 standard deviation. But they will create 3 lanes, just like a highway. I like buying stocks that are in the fast lane. Wow, Shalesh just gave us $1.99. Shalesh, what stock do you want? Man, I look good in this video. Shalesh will give me a stock. While that's happening, let's go finish looking at the stocks you did give me. PGR, I like the play, but watch this. It's moving into the middle lane. I wouldn't be afraid to take half off the table. HROW. There we go. Shalesh gave me a, wow. In the fast lane, watch it though. A little bit of indecision. It is hitting a new 3-month high. I like it. I like the squeeze on the Bollinger Bands and the breakout to the upside. Both DPOs are positive. I'm not afraid of this stock. I'd like a little bit more confirmation though. I got a little bit of indecision going on today. I'd like to see a bigger move on price. Actually, I also want to look at volume. Ooh, volume don't look all that great. But it is in the fast lane. All right, nice moves, Glenn. Yeah, no, I love that. Joey put that. That's an awesome video. I look good in that video. It's hard for you to see a video that makes me look better than I normally do. I know. All right, next one. GoDaddy. Look at the pullback on that. Man, this is why when I look at this layout, it helps me to understand when to take some off the table and when to take it all off the table. Nice move on GoDaddy. When it closes in the middle lane, end of day, I take half off the table. I wait to see if it goes back in. It only went back in for 1 day, so I probably wouldn't have gotten back in, and I would have taken the other half off here. All right, but I love this layout to help me in designing when to get in and out of a stock. Good, googly, muggly, LASE, fast lane. Love it, love it, love it. First opportunity in the fast lane here. Went to the middle lane. Next here, man, it did close in the middle lane right here. That would have taken half off, but then for 2 days in a row, it finished back in the fast lane. I would have gotten back in. Amir should get at least 10 stocks. Amir, I love you, Amir. That was $100 super chat today. Man. All right, LASE, I do like, but if you're in it, just be careful. All right. Wow, ATMU, love it. Bottom left, top right, both. Where's the volume? Watch the volume. Volume is conviction. I like it. Ooh, that's a hammer formation. A hanging man formation. Could be a possible reversal. This could be, and notice 2 days prior, big wicks at the top of the candle, selling pressure, still in the fast lane. Watch this. This could be a hanging man formation. I wouldn't mind if you took half off the table. You can't go broke taking a profit. You can't go broke taking a profit. Let's go to the next one. Wow, Caterpillar, little volatile in the move, up and down, up and down, up and down. Currently in the up, rising volume. That I like. I like when a stock's in the fast lane with rising volume. I like Caterpillar. But if you're in it right now, I'm going to give you a hard stop. Going to give you a hard stop sitting at 360.79. That is your hard stop on the stock. As long as it stays above that, you're fine. Hard stop at 360.79. Next one, Palantir, fast lane. Watch that it's moving a tad bit sideways right now. If it breaks below this level of 35.72, I wouldn't mind if you took half or all off. If the market's going up still, I would take half off. But there's your hard stop right there. All right, there's your hard stop right there. DFIN is a stock that I own, Ready, Vet, Go. I own that in the real world. This doesn't have a lot of data. Oh, because it's still brandy new. Tell you what I would do. If you own it, I'm going to give you a hard stop here of $8.78. All right, it's above it right now. Watch the close candle. The price started up here and is now right down here. Just be careful with it. But I got a hard stop for you at $8.78. Let's go to the next one. UEC. Uranium, I thought, would have done well for the year. I thought that uranium would have done well for the year. It just hasn't come to fruition. A lot of countries and governments have said that they're going to commit to nuclear power, which should have been a big move for uranium. It just hasn't happened. Amir deserves at least one more stock pick. Amir, give me another stock. All right, give me another stock, Amir. Everybody's pushing for you to get it. Give me another stock. Give me another stock, Amir. Am I ready to buy uranium or UEC? CCJ is probably the best stock in that space. I want to take a look at that real quick. I'm not sure CCJ. It's in the same boat. I needed to get in the fast lane. It's not there. Have you looked at Tesla? Sorry. Yeah, we did look at Tesla today. I own TSLL. Tesla's on the move today. It wasn't one of my news stocks, but it was one of my fish portfolio. You want service now? Let's go take a look at now. NOW. All right. So uranium, I'd wait. Service now, I like to play. Fast lane. Let me zoom in here. See the volume better? Yeah, steady volume. Nice new 3-month high, very little wick at the top. I'm going to give you a hard stop if you're in it. See that level of resistance right there, about 898.54. That's a nice level of current support, 898.54. That's a good ways. You're not going to, you'll be fine. That's a hard stop on service now. But bottom left, top right, got to love it. Bottom left, top right, got to love it. All right, I do like that. Anyone here look at RT all the time on every stock? John, not even I do for every stock. You notice a lot of these stocks that I'm looking for in the star search, I'm not even looking at RT because there's other characteristics of what I'm looking at. My other characteristics are the DPO. My other characteristics are watching the squeeze on the Bollinger Bands and see which way it breaks. With that, I don't have to have RT at this time. Glenn, how's your natural gas day trade? As if I just don't have the time to do it every day. That's my problem. Palantir seems way extended on the chart I use, but who knows? So I gave you, and when we looked at Palantir, right? When we looked at Palantir, what did I tell you? I told you I wouldn't be mad at you if you took some off the table. I did say that, right? There's Palantir. I gave you a hard line in the sand at 35.72. I wouldn't be mad at you, and it's in the fast lane, but I wouldn't be mad at you if it crosses below that line to take half off the table. So I'm with you, John. I am with you. I am with you 110%. As an owner of the stock, I'm looking at that level. So I'm with you 110%. All right. Watch that volume is falling. I don't like that. That means there's less conviction to the trade. All right. Did I look at all of the stocks? I think I did. Oh, I don't know. I think I did, though. I did. I looked at all of the stocks. So there we go. Glenn, can you take a look at TPC? How much? I got 4 minutes. I'm going to take the next 4 stocks that come up. TPC. You better be fast on it. I'm going to take the next 4 stocks. BlackBerry. I'm not looking at BlackBerry. I don't. Are they still even a company? ITA, PGHL, comma, and PayPal. P1. Are they still even a company? And I'm going to take a look at the spiders. All right. TPC. I like that it's in the fast lane. A little bit of a shooting star, no fall. Interesting. Shooting star could be a reversal pattern. Hanging man could be a reversal pattern. I'd be careful with TPC. This is interesting. It's not very often you see 2 reversal patterns at the top of a formation. I'd be careful with TPC. It's in the fast lane. If it goes into the middle lane, though, I'd probably get out of it. All right? Let Amir pick more stocks. Amir, if you want more stock, you want URI? I got you. Give me one more stock, Amir. URI, give me one more. While that's going on, let's finish looking at these. All right. ITA, another one, little shooting star, no follow through. But also a little bit of a hanging man formation as well. Goodness gracious. Be careful with both of those stocks. All right, be careful with both of those. Next one, PayPal I like. What I don't like is that it broke outside of the band. Nice squeeze, fast lane, bigger fast lane on bigger volume. Just be careful with that. Normally when a stock breaks outside of the bands, it's going to regress to the mean. And I think that even with this break back down to the mean, it'll stay in the fast lane. I would think about selling half once it got into the middle lane. Next one, PGHL. Not a lot of, wow, this stock stayed in the fast lane historically, pulled back down. Let's go see if it's got another run. Keep your eye on this stock. I like this play. One day doesn't make a trend. Shooting star would follow through. Almost a piercing pattern. Again, you want to know more about these candlestick formations? Watch tomorrow's 6 p.m. video. Almost a piercing pattern, but not quite, but in the fast lane now. Keep your eye on this stock. Glenn, did you ever get my email? I might have. Sigh. Did you give me another stock, Amir? I don't remember Real Tech Geek. I might have. Sigh. Send it to me again. If not, I apologize. All right. And the last stock in here is the spiders. New 3-month high on the spiders. I like the move. In the fast lane. Gapped up. Good volume. I like it. Had a level of resistance sitting at 564. It broke through that. Now it's serving as a level of support. Oh my gosh, I'm not looking at extra off. I'm just not doing it. I'm not looking at it. Do you want Zeta? I mean, Zeta was a good play. All right, Zeta was a good play. Joey, put me on the end screen. I looked at a lot of stocks for you today. Look at that. Thank you. We covered all my stocks, says Amir. There you go. Folks, $100 super chat today. Did everybody have a good time today? We looked at a lot of stocks today. I gave you a lot of fish. Looked at a lot of stocks in the AI space that were rocking and rolling. SOXL, TQQQ, a lot of fish moving off of price, moving off of volume. This is what we do. This is what we do. All right. My voice is fading. I'm still getting over whatever the hell I had, but the talking is making my voice go poopy. But don't forget, Ryan's got a video tonight at 6 p.m. Make sure you check it out. We talk about so much stuff on our channel, folks. And then tomorrow's 6 p.m. video is the second in a series of technical analysis. Last week it was on moving averages, and this week it's going to be on candlestick patterns. So make sure you watch it. Any of you who are brand new, who are still here, hit the subscribe button. This is what we do on every live stream. This is what we do on every live stream, especially if you like the content today. Hit the bell icon so you'll be alerted. Just in general, if you like the session today, make sure you hit the like button. All right, I got to go. It's 12 here in Vancouver. Where can I listen again as I am working? Jazz, all you got to do is once this is done, it'll be on the channel. You can start it all the way from the beginning. All right. Amir says it's just so nice to see you back. Thank you. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. All right. Tabula says, do we go 100% invested? I'd still wait. So we'll see. All right. Adios. Arrivederci. Ciao. Au revoir. Sayonara. Aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Praying for all the peeps around the world. Remember, folks, look after each other, lift each other up. If we do more of that, we'll be a better society. Odabu. Bom dia. Salam. Shalom. Namaste. Yasu. That's for you, Nectarius. See ya.